Welcome into the channel, Tennessee podcast. It is March the 1st, 2026. It is officially March. The month known for madness is finally here. It's going to be a fun one. Vols baseball takes 2 out of 3 in Arlington. The basketball team drops their game against Alabama, and I believe that is their 5th double-digit lead that they've lost this season. Not good. The state of Nate Ament after that awkward fall. That was a odd-looking fall, man. But we'll talk about that. A look around college sports, baseball, basketball. I think I'd look at it all. Well, let's talk, my friend. Let's talk. But before we do, let's get a word from Scott from Southern Turf. Springtime is around the corner. Get your kids off their phones and outside. Artificial turf is always best for those muddy paws, practicing your chipping and putting, and on all around aesthetically pleasing look. Call or text Scott at 704-960-2651. Local to Knoxville and all surrounding areas. That is Scott with Southern Turf. Well, let's talk, my friend. Let's talk. Let's dive into this. I'm going to dive in. We're going to get baseball going here in a little bit, but let's start out with Tennessee dropping their 5th double-digit lead of the season. And I was at that game, and it was, dude, just be blunt, it pissed me off, especially because it was Alabama, and I hate Alabama. I can't stand Alabama. I hate them in everything. Every being in my body, I can't stand that team, no matter who. It could be their freaking golf team. I want them to lose. I hate them. But that was just, it's bad. There's no way around it.
That's I mean, there's been some bad ones to Kentucky. Why do we only lose to the teams we hate the most to? We hate the most. I mean, we lose to Kentucky and Alabama, and we beat them in Tuscaloosa. Thank God. I mean, I can't imagine we lost both of those. That'd be pretty freaking awful. But this one, to say it was preventable would be an understatement of the century. Bama did not play a fantastic game. They made shots down the stretch. Got him credit there. They missed a lot. It was a sloppy game altogether. Losing a meant obviously killed you in a lot of ways, but you were able to find points. I mean, there were games where he didn't actually impact that much besides rebounding. So they had plenty of experience with, winning games without Ament being the lion's share of the scoring. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, Nate going out was a buzzkill. Like it was a buzzkill. Like as soon as he went out, I just kind of turned to the guy next to me. I was like, "That's not good." Especially when you saw the injury. The injury happened right in front of me, and as soon as he went down, I turned to the guy next to me. I was like, "Oh my God, did you see that?" And he's like, "What?" I was like, "His ankle, like just rolled underneath him like a freaking rubber band." Like it was just, it looked, when he got up and started walking again, I was like, how in the world? How are you walking? Like, how did you walk off after that? Like your leg, I thought he was done. Like I thought his season was done as soon as he landed, he looked up and just screamed. And I was like, oh God. And I was like, he's done. I don't know the severity of the injury, but in my opinion, I don't care if he doesn't play until the tournament, because you could tell he's already kind of banged up before that moment. But that one's still the deal for me. Like, don't play him unless he's like almost 100%. Because I don't care about the SEC tournament. I've said it a million times. That tournament's irrelevant to me.
I hope we lose. I hope we lose on the first game. I think we need rest. This whole team needs rest. Akpar got shaken up. I feel like most of the bigs need rest. Obviously, Estrella's had his issues. This whole team just needs to not play basketball for a little bit if you want a good run in March. That's what happened. Remember, I think we took a loss to Mississippi State on Thursday or Friday in the SEC tournament. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of rest, and then we went on that big run that ended with losing to Purdue in a hard-fought game that was called unfairly. But yeah, I mean, I obviously wanted to win this basketball game. I think it was one I kind of penciled in my head because Bama just hasn't been getting us. This would have been our 6th straight win over Nate Oates. Rick Barnes has his number. And I really do feel like the game was called completely. I'm not trying to put this all on the refs,
No, you're not lying.
but the game was called very differently after Nate Oates got that technical. Like he clearly got his point across at that point, and the game was called completely differently. And it's just it's what it is.
I just wish sometimes Rick would get a freaking tech. Like I'm dead serious because like he gets in his players' faces when they come to the bench. He during like TV timeouts, he's in the ref's ear. He's explaining why that call was bad and all this stuff. But I feel like the refs just kind of shake their head and walk away when he does that. But you're completely right. When Nate Oates got that tech, that whole game changed. The entire thing changed. Like I don't know what it was, but sometimes like man, I wish he would get really fiery. Like he every now and then he'll get fiery.
He usually I'll give it
this
though. He does usually get his way with officials. We've got a pretty good whistle under him generally. I mean, you're not always going to get it. Every team, every fan base will have like 5 games where they feel like they got screwed by the refs every year.
Yeah,
that's a guarantee. It seems like, yeah, I'm not trying to put on that. Even though I do hate Doug Schausen, I've seen many a time where he'll call a game completely differently, just him in particular. And honestly, it's been our way a couple of times, and I just kept my mouth shut. I've seen it. I've legitimately seen it. I think we were playing Kentucky one year, and he called it completely different, and I kept my mouth shut because I actually saw it. I was able to recognize what was happening, and it was benefiting me. So I shut my freaking mouth and just good call.
Yeah,
yeah. I felt like he got a little bit of the wrist there. Yeah, I can see how he got a little bit of the wrist there. Yeah. Overall, it sucks though when you're on the receiving end of that crap, and usually it shouldn't happen at home. I mean, come on, man.
I think the thing that really pisses me off the most about just officiating in general is Jacoby Gillespie. Like, how many times can that man get fouled and not get a call? I mean, it's been all year. It has not. He goes to the rim, he gets absolutely hit, body checked, and falls to the ground. He doesn't fall. He doesn't get body checked every time, but he gets bodied a lot of the time. And then he goes to the other end, and our defender barely touches him, and it's a foul. Like it's like a little touch foul. I'm like, dude, I don't understand. And this happened with like Zakai as well. Like he would go to the rim and just get absolutely blasted, and it should be an and one like every time. And Jacoby Gillespie, and I saw this in my timeline. We were discussing this before we got on here, but there are some people that are like I see it all over my timeline. Yeah, we'd probably play better if we had a true point guard. Dude, he's one of the better point guards in the country, y'all. Yeah. Like he had like 26, 7, and 8 last night. It's something like that. Like that's almost a triple double. You're telling me he can't play point guard and he almost has a triple double? Like it's close to one. And he's the guy that you turn on the TV and you see him. You're like, oh, okay, that guy's good. Like you couldn't even be a fan of Tennessee or watch a basketball game, but you can turn on a Tennessee game like, damn, that Jacoby Gillespie guy, he's a baller. He's not like as great as a passer as like Zakai was and stuff like that, but dude, the dude's a freaking hoss, man.
Dude, we only had 6 turnovers. I don't know what anyone's talking about. Like you think if you're criticizing Gillespie, it would be he had a lot of turnovers or something.
Wow, man. Wow, but it's just this team is so inconsistent, man. It's like it drives you nuts.
They're just one of those teams, man. It feels like I hate to say it, but I see the high end of them. They rebound better than any team we've ever had. They have the best bigs that we've ever had. They Nate Ament, ceiling wise, might be the best player most talented player we've ever had. Obviously, Dalton Connect is the best player I've ever seen. No, can't say about Alden Houston, but which was in the house. He was in the house for that game. But overall, it's a weird team because the ceiling of this team is so high, but the floor is pretty low, and then they do stuff like just give games away. It feels like.
So how does that keep happening?
I don't know.
I
feel like we just get like tight. We get tight, and
why?
I just feel like the game feels different for us down the stretch, and I think it's a lack of maybe like because because we did not do that under Barnes the past couple seasons. That was not a thing. It wasn't. We were pretty elite at finishing the job.
Do we have a dog? Do we have a dog on this team? Boswell, maybe. Like
Bishop, yeah, he's your Triple J.
Yeah. Other than that, it's just like there's no one that is just an absolute dog. I feel like all of the Rick Barnes teams,
Gillespie,
they're good. They're good players. Like they're good. They but there's no like
it's
Jamar Meshack or Yves Pons. Like there's no like guy that is just so gritty and just wears the other team down by the way they play. Like those dudes, and like those type of dudes that we've had in the past, like the Grants and Admirals, and that we've had one on every single team, it feels like. But this year it doesn't feel like we have that dude that can just cause havoc and turn a game around. Would you agree with that? Like
I guess it's weird though. That Vandy game, we scored the last 12 points of the game and closed it out. We took that game away from them. And just in this game, we did the exact opposite. We got punked. And it's just like, we don't know how to defend leads. That's clear. We don't know how to play with a lead. If we trail at the half, give me that game every time. I feel like if we trail at a half, I think we're winning. I'm not saying we're going to lose if we lead, but I feel pretty good about winning for trailing, as long as we're not playing like Florida.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah,
like
it's sick. Please don't. Please, God, Lord Jesus, please do not let them win back-to-back titles. You know what I hate about Florida? I just don't feel like they deserve anything. I really do not feel like that fan base deserves a thing. I can respect fan bases sometimes that have been through like heartache, been through down and out times, but stayed loyal, like kind of like we have. Like I don't like Kentucky fans, but I get them. They'll be loyal through it all. Same as like I was just watching the Mississippi State baseball game, and good Lord, but they'll be loyal through it all. Arkansas, any sport, be loyal through it all. Florida, if they are bad about, like if they were like a bubble team,
they don't care.
I don't even know, they would like have maybe 2,000 people in the stands, and it would not even be it wouldn't even bother them. I don't even feel like it would bother them.
Well, look at football. Let's take the examples. And you're right. You're correct. Like Florida, like I think Florida, I hate their fans more than any fan base, and that's saying something because I hate Alabama so much. I dislike Georgia fans. I don't like, but their fans, they're losing. Let's put this example. They're losing in football, and nobody comes to the game. Nobody comes to the games, and they're losing. But then you look at Tennessee with the like decade of just terrible stuff happening, and Neyland Stadium is packed out. It's still packed out. There's still like 100,000 people there, and like the loyalty thing. Like you're right. Like they have no loyalty. They're not a loyal fan base. They're only loyal when they win.
Mm-hmm. And that's consistent for like most Florida sports teams. I don't know why, and it kind of goes with any like warm climate. Like California is that way too. I feel like. It's kind of wild.
Josh Elswick chimes in and says, agreed. What's up, boys? What's up, Josh? Josh from Collectibles and More, y'all. Y'all have got to go out to his store, Collectibles and More in the Foothills Mall, man. Awesome place. It's such a vibe. It's so much fun. Shout out to Collectibles and More. They do a lot of awesome stuff. But what's up, Josh? Good to hear from you. Yeah, man. But like the loyalty thing, you're right. I've never even thought about that. Like when Florida's not good at something, they don't care about sports. Like
it's not.
They just go to the other sport they're good at. Like you're right, and it's crazy.
And that's kind of a tangent from what we were talking about, but it's a real thing. But back to this basketball team though. I don't know. I just
like they can't play a full 40 minutes. That's what it feels like. They cannot complete a 40-minute basketball
unless game. It's like just tight the whole way. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's they just I don't.
They ain't gonna blow anyone out. They ain't blowing anyone out. They ain't blowing your grandmother out.
You just can't figure out why it happens, but it does. It's like why, like what happens to where the game just turns like that. And you said they get kind of conservative, which they do. But you can look at Rick Barnes' past. His teams, they in my opinion, I don't know if this is true, but when something is going wrong for another team, like it was going wrong for Alabama, because you looked at that game yesterday and you felt good the whole time, like, oh, Tennessee's gonna win. They're up 12, they're up 8, they're up 7, they're up 9, they're up 10. Like, it's Tennessee just stayed ahead the entire game. Oh, you feel good about it. It's like, oh, but then it's not going right for Alabama. So Nate Oates gets a technical foul, and that's when the whole game like completely flip flops. And in my opinion, Tennessee doesn't have another plan B. Like, that was Nate Oates' plan B. Nate Oates was like, all right, we need something to happen. I got to go crazy, and I got to get my boys fired up. And that's exactly what he did. But I feel like when Tennessee, I feel like Tennessee just has a script and they stick to it the entire game, like the whole game. They don't change anything.
It is a little bit.
That's what it feels like.
I mean, they run out the small lineup, the big lineups. They might run that inside pass game with the screens. I mean, it's a little predictable.
DR Vol comment says, "Gonna man up and tell Austin congrats on his team winning the regular season SEC title, the Florida Gators."
Are you sure it's not the Lady Vols softball team? They seem like they already won that.
Oh man,
but
dude,
I love you, DR.
Yeah. Hey, see you next week, DR. Actually, this week, DR. Baseball game, Wright State series. We got a packed weekend of sports. It's gonna be fun as hell.
Man, we're gonna blow such a big halftime lead.
Yeah.
We're gonna lead by 20. We need to blow a 20-point lead. We haven't done that yet. Have we? Blown, like 17's the record right now.
Something like that. But we said on last podcast of what we said. We think Tennessee's going to go undefeated down the stretch, and they've started 0-1, and they still got 3 more. So 3 more games left.
Here is something I did not consider. This team is unbeatable when there is not a number beside their name. And guess what?
Yes.
Come tomorrow, we're not going to be in that AP top 25. So we're going to be unbeatable from, oh God, then they'll rank us again from the tournament. Oh, screw it.
It does feel that way though. It feels like we're unbeatable.
We can get SC championship maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. No, I agree with that. I feel like if they play, and like 20th is not anything special. Like, oh, they're 20th. Like, who cares? Like, they're just 20th in the country. But it's just, I don't know. This team is just so damn frustrating. It is March, and I still don't know what this team is.
I can't believe they blew that game. Bama didn't lead. The only time they got their first lead with 24 seconds to go.
Yep.
And I'll give it. Phylon played great down the stretch in that game. He was elite, absolutely elite late in that game. He's one of the best players in this conference. But just letting that happen on your home court, Peyton Manning, Trey Smith, all Allen Houston, everyone in the stands. It's an orange out. You got the wristbands. You got Dixieland Delight on the cue, and you do that, and you have to just erase the cue, and it's just sad. It just sucks. I hate that because we own him. We own him.
We really do.
That was one thing you got really on your shelf. There was about to be 6 straight on his ass, and it should have been. Okay, I'm not trying to blame officials, but that was BS. I just looked at this. Guess how many free throws we shot in that game?
10?
8. We shot 8.
God.
8. I know it's a season low. It has to be.
I remember looking up at the scoreboard and seeing that we had our free throws were really not a lot. It was 6 when I looked up there. 6.
We usually have like 15, 16, 17, 18.
That goes back to my point about Jacoby Gillespie. Like, holy shit, man. Like, how that dude gets absolutely obliterated every time.
It's kind of wild, though. That really shows me that Nate Ament making free throws is a big part of our game plan.
It is. He's a big part of our game plan.
He gets fouled. I don't know why, but he's allowed to get fouled.
When he went out, when he went out, there was a weird, odd feeling in that arena. It's just like and when it got toward like the back half of the the back half of the second half, like the back half of it, you could just feel something change. It was really odd, and it was, I don't know. It just, you felt something just change in their body language and change. And Alabama knew it. They felt it just like the arena did, and they attacked it. and it just, man, I was so pissed off. I was one of the I was at the level of pissed off where you just don't talk. That's where I was. Like I was done being angry. I was just silent.
What's funny is I kind of had some personal things that prevented me from going.
Yeah.
And in that last second, I'm watching the 71-69, we had the ball. I'm like, well, we hit a 3 and win this game. Or no, if we miss here, if we don't score here and we lose, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna be angry.
Yeah.
But also I had the feeling, I had this selfish feeling of, well, if we hit a 3 and we win and it's amazing, I'm gonna feel serious levels of FOMO.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We're making the tournament regardless.
I mean, that's why I said earlier that I think that Nate Ament just needs to chill out the rest of the season. SC tournament, everything. We were hanging out earlier today watching the baseball game, which we'll get to, which I was very impressed by this weekend after taking that loss to UCLA. But we're sitting there, and where was I going with that? Where was I going with that?
Idea.
Me either. But I can't. I'll just lost train of thought. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but all in all, let's rest him. I don't say rest him until March. I wanted to play sparingly in the SEC tournament. Maybe play him a little against Vandy, but that's about it. Because I just don't believe in shutting down completely and then revamping it. Because I just feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm just scarred from Derrick Henry playing in that playoff game and looking awful. That I just don't believe in that,
Well, he had to get surgery.
I know it's different. I know it's different. I understand that, but it's all body stuff, and I believe in rust. And I just don't. I don't want to mess with the cohesion of the team.
That's what I was going to say. That's the train of thought that I lost. We were sitting there watching the baseball game, and you brought that up, and you said what you just said is like, I don't like to do that. I disagree because he's not going to forget how to play basketball. I agree,
but it's not him forgetting to play basketball. It's like the whole flow of the team. I don't want to mess with that.
It's not like
if you play like 4 games without him, you kind of develop a different kind of flow, and I just don't want to.
Well, it's different. Well, I
understand,
but you're making a comparison. Like, I get what you're trying to say.
Henry doesn't really,
but Derrick Henry
out. That's not a perfect comparison.
Yeah, Derrick Henry's out for a while. And Nate Ament, if he, which I think he should do, is just sit until the actual tournament starts. He's not going to be rusty, I don't think. I don't. It's not going to. He's played the whole season with him, and I don't think it's going to mess up the flow. He's just going to plug him right back in. It's going to be just. They already know how to play with him. It's not going to mess anything up, in my opinion. I just don't. I see that.
I guess in my head, I'm like, it took Nate, I don't know, 3 months to figure out how to be like kind of an alpha on this team.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to mess with that, I guess and he hasn't been that as much the last couple games.
Because he's been hurt. He's playing like he's not.
Oh, I don't play him. 100%. I don't play him next game at all. I rest him, and I play him sparingly against Vandy. I play him sparingly against Vandy. Give him 10 minutes, and then maybe 15 in the SEC tournament game. I only want to play one.
We have no idea what
I want to lose. I want to lose in the SEC tournament. I do not want to play multiple games. It's not. It does not benefit you whatsoever.
I'll never have that take of I want to lose, but I get what you're saying because it's what I get what you're saying.
I mean, I'm not gonna be mad if we win. Oh crap, we won. Yeah, well, that's never gonna be me. I'm probably gonna be like, we got to the championship game last year, and then we had our arguably most crisp tournament run ever. Next to the
I get what you're saying.
It's weird.
I get what you're saying because of what I said. Is the SEC tournament, as we have found out, unless you need an automatic bid, it's irrelevant. It's not going to screw your seating up. It's not going to do anything. It does nothing to help you or hurt you unless you need to make the tournament and get an automatic bid. If it's the only way you're going to make or get into the tournament, yeah, then it's important. But usually it's
okay.
There's nothing.
Well, let me just throw a caveat into this, though. I will say I did just come with that same take you had, but then I thought to myself a little bit, well, what if it's Alabama or Kentucky
I don't care.
or
I just
Vandy?
don't. I don't
I don't know.
care.
If it's Kentucky, I really want to win. I do not want to, because I know it matters to them. I've talked to those fans. It matters to them. They talk all about how many they've won and they need this. Blah, blah, blah,
It
blah,
doesn't
blah.
matter. All they're gonna say is
They're
you're on the
gonna
Final Fours. That's all they're gonna say.
it's gonna be a tattoo on their. No, but we can take something from them. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, they'll just turn around and say we have no Final Fours. That's all they'll say. That's it.
Yeah, but it'll hurt them inside. I know it.
I think it'll. I think. Listen, like I said, I don't care about this tournament. It's irrelevant in my opinion. But like you said, like if it would be pretty funny though if Tennessee did beat them in the SEC tournament, and that whole fan base would melt to the ground. Like they would just they already cannot stand Mark Pope. Like they already want him done and gone. Like I don't know, but
well,
I don't know how Kentucky's not very good. And let's real quick, I want to go around the SEC in basketball. Like, talk about Auburn for a second.
Oh my
How
god!
big of a just disaster did that turn into?
Wait,
like
I
they
know
might
they
not
lost
make
Oklahoma
the
in the
tournament.
midweek. Who they lose to this week?
I don't know, but they might not even make the tournament.
Oh my god! They lost to Ole Miss. Holy
Yes,
crap!
they're
I didn't know that. That is freaking wild. If they can't be. They can't be. My god!
There's no
disaster.
way they can get in now. If they get in, that's insane because, like, they have been really bad. They won like 4 games in a row, and then they played us. Have they won a game since they played us?
Ole Miss beat them.
What's their schedule?
Yeah,
Have
they beat Kentucky. But no, they lost to Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss was riding like a 10-game losing streak going into that game. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Well, that's not even probably a quad 1 win for us anymore.
Oh.
No, it definitely isn't. It definitely isn't.
That's crazy, man.
Let's see where they are in Joe Lombardi. They're somehow still in the at least like next 4 out because this sport is freaking idiotic beyond belief.
Well, Ohio State is probably going to get it now.
Oh, wait, hold on. No way. How are they still? They're still in the field.
How?
According to Lenardi. We're probably late to this whole thing.
What was the last update? When is that?
This was 21 hours ago. This was 11 p.m. yesterday.
So he did it after they lost?
Yes.
What the fuck? How?
And he has them marked in red because that means they lost.
What's the record again?
15-14.
How? There's no way.
What was record for
14?
Colin Sexton Alabama team that year? I remember they got in with like a lot of losses.
They had like 9 though, right? 9 or 10?
No, they had way more than that.
Oh.
Let me see.
17, right?
Hell,
I think it was
9.
17. I think it was 17.
Yeah, I feel like
it was something like that. It was crazy. It was wild. But like you have the Auburn and then you have the Kentucky, which they suck. And they beat us, but they suck. They're not good. Tennessee's not good. They're not a good basketball team. Then you have in Florida.
They're not bad. I mean,
we're not good. We're not good.
We're not bad.
Like people are looking at us.
They had 16 losses.
Okay, so like when people look at us though this year, like other fan base, like if you're another fan of another fan base, like what do you see? Like when you see us on paper, like oh we can beat them. Like that's what a lot of people think. We can beat them.
Who are?
And past seasons,
it's a weird thing because like there's so many teams like that don't really know what they got. Arkansas fans are probably in a little bit of a mess. They just got their ass whipped by Florida. Was that? I think that was in Arkansas.
Florida scored 111 points. Calipari looked like he wanted to like just quit mid game.
Yeah, there's a lot of fan bases just not feeling good at all.
I feel like Calipari was aging in that game. Like it aged him like 5 years. But it's crazy. Like you look around.
Todd Golden is just what is this crap? How did this happen? Like out of nowhere.
Who are the best teams in college basketball right now? Like who do you think?
Michigan, Florida, Duke, Arizona. Those 4. I don't think I think UConn's like a step below that. I mean, they're up there. I mean, that'd be 5. But
I got
who
Michigan
else
and
is?
Michigan. I got Michigan, Florida, and Duke as just the two. There, you got those three, and then there's like a tiny gap with everyone else. Like those three teams right there, Michigan, Florida, and Duke, are just better than everyone. Like Michigan, I've said this a million times. Watching Michigan play basketball, I think they're so damn good. Like they're so hard to beat. I don't understand how they got that way, but they're there. And I think that's what the frustrating part. And well, I'll say this
I
one.
don't know, man. You gotta give Arizona their flowers, man.
Yeah, I mean, but
They've just won. I mean, they beat number 5 Houston in on the road, and they beat Kansas. They beat
okay.
BYU. They got, and
But
they were number 1.
I just feel like when I watch Duke, Michigan, Florida, I just feel like they're different basketball teams. Like you watch them play and you're like, that team they just look different than everybody else. And I think that's the most frustrating part about our team is like, why can't we ever have a team where we're just like, that team's different? Like it's the same. Like I feel like it's not the same thing every year, but like it's the same problems and the same dumb stuff that happens.
The closest I felt like we got to that was Grand Admiral.
Yeah.
Truth be told.
Yeah.
We really did feel like a machine. And I don't know. I'm not gonna
just get to March. I'm tired of this.
Yeah, it's what it is. I'm happy. I don't know. We had a good formula there for March. Like we played our best basketball in March the last 2 years.
Yeah.
That was our best basketball.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. You never know. Let's just do it. Let's just see it happen. I don't like you don't like who the hell likes this? I mean, obviously losing to Alabama it just sucks. It's how you did it. It's a gut punch and yeah, but you're still on track to have a good season. I mean,
I'm not saying it's not a best season at all by far. It's like it's not a best season. We have 9 losses. I mean, it's not a terrible season, but it's just like, man, you just have no idea what you're going to see in the tournament with this team. None, 0. They come out and kill people.
All I know is, oh boy, if that league passes 14 points, I'm gonna piss my pants.
Yeah.
With anyone, it could be freaking.
Yeah. Anyway,
no.
Let's talk about Vols baseball. Vols baseball goes down to Arlington, has an awful game against UCLA with just dumb mistakes, and then Tennessee wins their next 2. One against Arizona State 5-3, and the one today winning 3-1. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due here. The way they bounced back after they got just absolutely shellacked by UCLA, and you're watching UCLA now, like in today and this weekend, realizing that how good that team is. And
yeah, I mean, I kind of knew it.
Well, I didn't think we were going to get shellacked that bad. Like we caught up to them, made it like what 5-4.
We had a few meltdown moments, I'd say.
Yeah, they suffocated us and we melted down and they just took charge. And when they smelt blood, they did something about it. And
what sucks is like they were up 5-0. They had a kind of neck on us. And then we had a good stretch there. We scored 4 runs. We had a bunch of back hits. It felt good. And then man, it's weird. I'm just not used to. I guess I'm not used to teams like that being outside the SEC and ACC. So it's kind of shocking to see that. It's weird for me. Like come out of the Big Ten, a team like that, and they just answered the call, man. They are good. I mean, they got
they're really
number 1 overall pick with I can't think of his name, Cantwell or something like that. He drilled a homer. It just. And we were falling all over ourselves in that game, but
we were.
Even then, though, I don't know what to make of Tegan Kuzma's performance because, like, he had a lot of good moments. He had 7 strikeouts in I think 3 innings at one point, but then he let up a bunch of runs with 2 outs every time. He had back-to-back innings where he let up runs with that he had 2 outs, no one on.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was an ugly game, very frustrating game, but I'm going to go at the positives here. Coming out after just getting humiliated like that and they just call it like it is. They toyed with them, it felt like. But coming out after that, and you played two really good baseball teams, but coming out against Arizona State and regrouping like that, they're mentally tough. It feels like this team. It doesn't not like nothing. I don't think it phased them. They lost. They just got up the next morning, forgot about it, and like, let's play ball again today.
It's like, baseball.
You're gonna lose. I know. Well, I know, and I know you're gonna lose in baseball, but like just the mentality of it. They weren't down on themselves. They had the earlier. What time was the Arizona State game? What time was that?
It was like 12.
Yeah, it was earlier. Yeah, it was noon. It was an earlier game, and they didn't have time to like frown upon, that loss. They got back in there and they had a solid game. And then today they had another solid game. And they looked like they talked about what they did wrong and they fixed it. Now the bats need to get going, of course. We all seen that. We've got to have more offensive efficiency. We all know that. But I thought it was really impressive that this team came out and immediately fixed the stupid things, the stupid mistakes that they were making. Like that was like a mentally tough like thing to do. Like they got back on and just started playing ball and they played well.
Yeah.
They played fun. They played good.
I think this is just a team where they got to figure out who they are. And that's a bit of the thing. I think UCLA, we just weren't ready for that challenge at this moment in time.
No,
that team was polished, elite in a lot of ways. A lot of times, I've hated baseball teams in Los Angeles for a long time, and it's weird to have another from. God, I hate LA. I don't know.
Yeah,
I hate LA baseball teams. I just hate them. But
like if you go back and watch the whole weekend, we had about 5 or 6 or 7 hits that would have been gone in most ballparks.
Yeah, that's
so that's encouraging.
Looking at these stats, I'm kind of underwhelmed by the hitting, but when you throw in the caveat, Lindsey Nelson, Georgia, most parks,
any of those parks,
I'd say most parks. A lot of those were home runs. I really, dude, Levi Clark, he had a lot of bad this weekend, but it was a big step up from last weekend. He had a near homer. He had a RBI. I think he scored the game-winning RBI for us against Virginia Tech, and he looks good behind the dish. He looks good behind the dish. He drilled this guy out. He looks so comfortable. And I will say, like, do you think there's any correlation behind him looking better at bat and being the catcher? I don't know. I thought that, like, he did have a lot of bad, and it's all over my timeline. Like, I agree with a lot of people though. Like, he felt like he would swing at anything and everything that was thrown his way. It would be like at his face, and he'd still swing at it. But he did bring in a run, and he did have a hit that would have been a home run in most ballparks. So RBI, he would have had a home run in most ballparks, and he got another hit that was almost a home run, probably in most ballparks. So overall, he had a sac fly too.
Like overall, it wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't as bad as like the majority of people were saying it was. Like, and I get it, it's frustrating. But Levi Clark, he reminds me of Blake Burke earlier in his career, where he was struggling like that, and then his junior and senior season, he got better at the plate. His approach was better at the plate. And like he kind of reminds me of the Blake Burke effect that's going on here, where he's young, he had to figure it out, and he's used to being the best where he came from, and now he's playing against big boys, and he's got to learn how to be the best again. And it feels a lot like how Blake Burke was when he first started. It does.
I don't know why in my head I just started seeing like a Rocky-like montage. You want to be the best. When he started. It's got to learn. Oh, man, we need an 80s montage for a lot of these guys. That should be just a button to press. But
let's talk about Mississippi State too, man. That team's good as hell too.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Let's talk about this for a second, though. Abernathy continues to hit well.
Yes.
Against UCLA, Chris Newstrom had a great game. He went 2 for 4 with a homer. I think our only homer on the entire weekend. True, a lot of them would have been homers, but that was a homer in club life. But had a We only had two guys, two guys all weekend had multi-hit games. It was Newstrom against UCLA and Henry Ford against the Sun Devils. That was the only multi-hit games for any of our guys. So it's not like you got enough hitting. You got just enough done with the bats to win those games. But obviously we need to step up from this. I got to see more out of Chapman. I really had high hopes for him. I kind of always thought of him like a Dylan Dreiling. I don't know why I always thought that was a comp for him. Maybe because he plays the same
Yeah.
position. He's similar in a lot of ways. But I really want to see if he can turn into that kind of guy where he can go for 3 for 5 and win us a big game. That would just be.
Yeah.
I really just need. I think the thing I just want to see is a little more dog in these guys. If that's impatience.
And here's the thing. Well,
be smarter and more aggressive at the same time. Yes.
Well, and here's the thing though. It's this team. I'm not going to use an excuse that they're young, but a lot of sophomores on this team. But you have a lot of new pieces like Blaine Brown and Henry Ford. Like you have a lot of new and like,
I mean they are by age the youngest roster in the SEC.
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out. Like it's gonna happen.
Me to see, but
but they're gonna figure it out. These past 2 games, you started to see them kind of like put it together a little bit, and it's only a couple weeks into the season, but to sit there and lose the Kent State series, and then go to Arlington and get blasted in the first game, and then come out the last 2 games of the series in Arlington and play like you knew what you were doing. I feel like they haven't played like they knew what they were doing until this weekend in Arlington, where they played smarter in the last 2 games against Arizona State and Virginia Tech. They played smarter. They played smarter ball. They played more technical ball. They didn't do the dumb things. They kept it tight knit and didn't make mistakes. And that is a positive in my opinion, because if you can start to fix this early in the season, then this baseball team is going to be really good towards the end of the season. Like they're going to be good. I mean, there's no way they're not going to be good, but you can just see it kind of slowing down. I felt like it slowed down the last 2 games for them. Like it slowed down a little bit. You can just see it in their face.
And we got guys that are still hurt that are coming back, and I agree. Just slow down. You got and I kind of like the start.
Insane. The freak out was crazy.
It was
like it's just absolutely insanity. Like chill the F out. Like, and all these teams like Arkansas and Vandy, and they're all going to be good too. So they're not going anywhere. And Tennessee's not going nowhere. This team's going to stay good. They're not going to fall off a cliff. Like this team is going to. You heard the announcer in the baseball game, basically making fun of the people that freaked out in February. Like, oh, I got Tennessee fans freaking out in February over baseball.
Yeah,
and it's true, but at the same time, it's like it frustrates you because it's not good the way we were playing the last couple games.
Oh yeah.
And
it's
you can be concerned, but at the same time, it's like it's gonna be fine. Like, it's gonna be fine.
I don't know what kind of team we have. No one does. So it's hard to say. I think we got a lot of talent. You got a lot of sophomores. This is a big sophomore heavy team in terms of the guys who are actually playing. It's I mean, you do have a lot of freshmen on this team though, but I didn't realize that. But I guess because they aren't playing. Like we're not really playing any of them. But
except for what's his face. Oh my gosh, my mom went blank get a pitcher freshman.
Oh, happens.
Oh my God, that kid's elite.
Yeah, he is elite. That's
that kid's elite.
This is a good pin. This is I mean, they got they gotta stop hitting guys.
Oh,
I don't understand this. And I mean,
what's going on there? Like, what is going on there?
Our whole pitching staff, just I don't understand. I've never seen anything like it. They plunk dudes like no one.
It's like they have a bet going.
It's like everyone's pissed me off today. You pissed me.
What you said earlier, teams are going to fill us.
Yeah, they're gonna feel us.
They're gonna be sore tomorrow.
Man, you look like you got like leprosy. What happened? I played Tennessee.
You might want to go to the doctor. Dude,
All these young
crazy.
guys, leprosy or Tennessee? Looks like Tennessee.
Oh man. But yeah, man.
Overall, it was good to just win those games.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to blow it up a little more. Like I felt like Virginia Tech is not that good. You could have blown them off the face of the earth. I felt like at certain points, but you play with your food a little bit, in my opinion. But it's what it is. You got the job done. You scored your runs, and you know, I will say this though: if you played App State or not App State, if you had Kent State this weekend, you'd have probably swept them. I'm pretty sure of that. It would have been absolutely perfect, but I think you would have swept them. The bats did look improved. And I will say it's a controlled climate too. I do think the weather had a little bit to do with at least the Sunday game against Kent State. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
We got a good team. We got a good team. They're fun.
They're
It's a good baseball.
I'm not willing to say anything about them yet. I got to see more because this is a tough conference. You know, I mean, we got.
But you can watch them. You can watch them and know that they're good. Like they're a good team. They're a good team.
I mean, but like
you just got to figure it out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And that comes with any.
I'll agree with that.
That comes with any young team.
I will say, I just want to see them deal with adversity and come out on the better end. Like I want to see them trail 5-1 to Vanderbilt in like the 5th inning and come out and win. Yeah. I want to see that kind of stuff. I want to see like the and I think those moments come with time and they build upon. You know, we got a tough schedule. We have Georgia, Missouri,
very hard.
Georgia, Vandy, LSU, Mississippi State. Mississippi State. I'll be honest. If we win one game in Starkville, I'll be happy. I watched that whole UCLA game. They blew it, and it was insane. But Mississippi State is legit. They look legitimately, dangerous and good, and kind of like. I mean, it's just they're a good baseball team. You got Ole Miss, Alabama, Kentucky, Texas, Oklahoma. That's a tough schedule, and then you go to Hoover. So that's why I'm hesitant to say I know we're good because I don't know. You know,
I don't think we're good.
Those teams are. There's going to be some teams where they got pieces that are really good, but it never comes to fruition, and I don't know if we're that or actually a good team yet.
Well, the only reason I say that is because, and I'm not saying this because the last 2 games we played, but you can see in body language if a team has no fight in them, and you don't see that with this team, like yet at least. I mean, I don't think you will, but like I said, it's really encouraging when you don't do when you play a game that is just really bad and upsetting, and it's gonna affect them mentally. But then they come out and check right back in, and they looked like against Arizona State, they needed an insurance run. They did it. They got it, and then they came out against Arizona State and just shut them out that last inning and just punked them. Like, you're not going to win this game. Like, that's growth from one thing to another. And like, I don't know. Like, it's just,
I guess
it's encouraging to me, at least.
I was watching Alabama's highlights, and I'm not trying to give Alabama anything. They had like 4 homers. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to have 4 homers.
But just think if we weren't
I want to just destroy somebody. That was the Tennessee baseball way, you know. It'd be home run, and then before you know it, another home run, and then another home run. I miss those. I want to see that stuff, and that will come. I believe it will come.
Well, let's go back to what I said earlier in the podcast. Those are home runs if it's not in Arlington.
Yeah.
And that's like 7, 6 or 5 to 7 of those hits
would have been
probably been gone.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it was like 5. At least 5. I counted.
The Levi one, definitely. Maybe the other Levi one. Levi, if he can just tap into. I mean, we saw opening SEC play or opening the season last year. He got a lot of time. We saw the kind of guy he was. and then he kind of got humbled, but when starting to see more SEC pitching, but
Yeah.
you always had like in the back of your head, like, well, he might not be super elite right now at 18, but man, next year come around, he could be like a top 10 player in the SEC. I think I even said like he's got like such a maybe the highest ceiling of one of the guys we've ever had here. But and he's struggled, but he's kind of starting to come out of that. I feel like I saw a lot of good this weekend from him,
I saw a
especially
lot of
today.
good period from this weekend. Like I
Um,
was very encouraged by it. And I know they're not like top rated teams, but those aren't slouch teams we played, and they've already I don't know. I liked it. I like the way they turned it around. They didn't let it get to them. And they
I
just
kind of like the start to SEC play too. I like Georgia's a if you win 2 out of 3 there, I'll be very happy. And then you get Missouri, and then you get Vandy, which is till 3 of the lower half teams in the conference at this moment in time. Did you see how Vandy did this weekend?
I was paying attention vaguely to Vandy, yeah.
They played some tournament in Vegas. They lost day one, they lost 4-9 to UC Irvine. Day two, they lost 1-5 to Arizona. And day three today, they lost 4-6 to Oregon. They went 0-3. They have the most losses in the SEC. Or I guess they're tied with South Carolina for most losses now. But yeah, that's your Vanderbilt Commodores. I mean, I'll give them this. Every loss is to a power conference school, except for Irvine. But woof, that is a yeah, yeah. We're killing it, man. They're killing it. But I just wanted to point that out. Just found that. Oh, and their basketball team's lost like 6 out of 7.
Dude,
so.
they've come crashing.
Remember when they thought they were the best at everything for like a solid 10 minutes?
Like
and they got their ass whipped by Iowa.
Like a week.
Yeah, they got their ass whipped by Iowa. Their basketball team fell off a cliff, and their baseball team is well, they lost to Wright State last year as the number 1 overall seed, and now they're 7-5. Well, what a funny little fella there is in Nashville. But our down is 8-4 after whatever. That's beside the point. What else happened this weekend? LSU swept. Well, they beat Dartmouth twice in Northeastern. South Carolina lost 2 out of 3 to Clemson. Oklahoma won 2 out of 3 against Gonzaga. I don't know. There really wasn't. Mississippi State looks elite. They beat Arizona State and Virginia Tech, which we did too. But they really should have beat UCLA. Game. I was watching it live. You were out driving. I was they entered. They were in the 9th inning. They were up 5-3. They hit a home run in the 9th to extend their lead to 5-3, and so 5-3 in the 9th, 2 outs, no one's on, and they barely hit a batter of UCLA, and he takes his base, and then it felt like the next pitch, UCLA just drills the ball into the seats to tie the game, and it's just like blink of an eye. But Mississippi State got credit. They go bottom of the 9th, first hitter, single, second hitter, double. They got, and it would have won the game actually, but it went over the wall, and it was a ground rule double, which is like that guy would have scored easily, but it was a ground rule double. And then next guy comes up, I think he struck out, and then the guy after that, he had a 3-2 count, and the last pitch was a ball, and then the guy throws the same exact pitch, and they call it a strike him out, and it was one of those where he waited and was a total douchebag. That's so annoying. I hate that part of baseball. I hate it. I hate it. Even if it works out for me, I feel like an asshole.
I know it's annoying. It's annoying though. It's like you're doing that on purpose, just to give you the spotlight, to give you the I don't know. It's annoying as hell.
It feels like a cop giving a guy a ticket as he's trying to drive his pregnant wife to the hospital. It's like that. Yeah,
it's quite an example.
Well, I'm trying to think of a way like a jerk.
Great analogy, Olsen.
Like it felt like it's that moment where you're like a cop is just being a dick when he doesn't even have to be, because he was bullied in high school, or whatever.
Yeah.
We all have our theories there. I do respect. I've had a lot of good interactions with cops though. I overall it's like it's a mixed bag depending on what town you're in. What else though? Oh, they then the next guy popped out, and they almost came back and won after that, but when UCLA scored 3 runs. But it was just brutal. And I also bet on them to win, so I was very, very angry. I was like, and also but besides the fact of that game, Mississippi State looked so good. Like they are really, really good. They took a lot of the players from Virginia. I feel like they got everyone from Virginia besides Blanco and Henry Ford. They got everyone from Virginia. It felt like they got O'Connor. They are very much a polished team, and they're dangerous. I really would look out for them. And they just, I know we've had our beef with Mississippi State fans randomly on Twitter because we've been trolling. Well, it's just some guy trolled them. I know I wasn't part of it. No, I actually
find that hard to believe.
It was clear trolling. Florida won 2 games against Miami. The last one was rained out. That's pretty impressive. And Auburn won 2 out of 3 against Nebraska. Georgia had a 4-game sweep over Oakland, who we play on Wednesday. Ole Miss played in some tournament. They lost to Baylor, beat Ohio State, and lost to Coastal. Alabama beat Iowa, Oregon State, in a crazy game against Oregon State. And I think they're up 2-0 on Houston, so they might have won all 3. I can't remember. What else we got? Texas won that tournament. They were with Ole Miss. They beat Coastal, Baylor, and Ohio State. We got a tough schedule too. I just want to point that out. We got LSU and Texas.
Everyone's got a tough schedule. Everyone's got a tough schedule.
Yeah.
You play the SEC, you got a tough schedule. Like the SEC is just a really damn good conference in baseball. Really good. Super good. But we'll find out how
I think we get 3 of the top 3, like 3. Yeah, we get all top 3 teams on our schedule, and only one of them's on the road though, so there's that. Sorry.
Not too bad, not too shabby. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how this season plays out. We'll see how the team progresses. But good podcast. We'll do it again next week. But had fun, my dude. Had a blast. We'll do it again. Good night. Go Vols. And God bless.